Good morning, everybody. Good morning from sunny Warwickshire. I'm Bob Parker, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to our very first Forever Business Owner, new Forever Business Owner webinar. You're all very welcome. Most of you who are on our call this morning are new to Forever Living. I know that some of you also who are on the call have been with us for some while, so you all are very welcome. Our objective today in the next 45 minutes or so is to give you an opportunity to get to know us being the head office team, both the UK team and the Irish team, a little better, to find out a little bit about the support that exists within Forever Living, outside of the support, of course, that you get from your sponsor and from the team that you're involved in. So we're talking today specifically about the support that you can expect from head office, and we're very excited for all of you. I know that it's unusual times that we find ourselves in. We're all actually working from home at the moment, remotely, because of obviously the COVID pandemic, but it is an exciting time for our industry. And so we're particularly excited for all of you guys and girls who joined us in the last few weeks, starting your own Forever business, starting that journey of becoming an entrepreneur, which in time can lead you to much more control and flexibility over the time that you have, and of course much more control and flexibility over the way that you generate an income for yourselves. And so today is really just to get you comfortable with that. We have a poll on the screen at the moment, which we'd love you to fill in, to give us a little bit of feedback about who you are and where you've come from. That'll help us structure future presentations. And we also have the Q&A on the screen today, so if you want to post some questions, we'll try and answer them during the presentation, but we have got a final slide in our presentation that allows you to ask questions too. If we don't manage to get back to you directly on the call today, we will make sure that one of the team gets back to you straight away afterwards. So to set the scene, we're going to start with a little short video that will give you a little insight into the world of Forever. Roll the video, please.
I know that there are many people out there who would love the opportunity to work flexibly, to build something substantial for themselves, but in a way that enables them to have time with their family and their loved ones, to achieve above average incomes, a flexible lifestyle, and a chance to travel. Forever has a global presence now across 150 different countries. Around the world we turn over $2 billion, so we're a sizable company. We're stable, we're cash rich, we are vertically integrated, meaning we own and control most parts of the manufacturing process, but nearly all of our products are manufactured by us. So we really do have cutting edge products that work and that people get really great benefit from. When I was first introduced into Forever, I didn't think I needed another business. I was happy in my world of consultancy. But what intrigued me was the opportunity to be able to help others develop a business in their own right. And so with not big expectations and a lot of skepticism, I started back in April 1994 as an independent business owner. My name is Bob Parker. I'm the country manager for Forever Living products in the UK, in Ireland and Iceland. We're a family business, firstly. We have a clear vision of where we want to be and who we want to be. So family values is a big part of being part of the Forever organisation. And the individual within Forever Living, whether they be employed by Forever at a corporate level or a Forever business owner, of which there are millions, are the number one consideration in everything that we do. The UK, Ireland and Iceland still relatively untouched, and so people getting started can benefit from the history, benefit from the great experience that exists within the business, but still have a greenfield site, if you like, to go at and develop a substantial business for themselves. We have a strong infrastructure of support that helps people get started. Forever gives an unconditional money-back guarantee on all of its products. Forever's in the perfect place to take advantage of one of the most powerful trends we've ever seen in history, and that is people wanting to look good and feel good. And we offer a range of products that helps people achieve optimum health, keeps them looking good, feeling good, and from that, of course, they get a strong emotional attachment to our product. And so it's a great time to be involved in our industry. With our history and track record, the potential for you to be successful and happy with Forever is high. And we'll ensure we do everything in our power to make sure you have a really enjoyable journey with us.
So a little bit of background on myself there, and you've probably already spotted that was my pre-COVID haircut. So I'm looking at myself with hair there, but my wife decided that in the lockdown that wispy hair had to go. So a new look, Bob, for the new FBO webinar. I referenced in the little video clip there that my journey started in 1994, introduced in the way that most people are to Forever, and that was through somebody who I knew, who joined Forever, thought the opportunity might be for me, had the courage to reach out and share the Forever story. And as I mentioned in the video, it wasn't necessarily with high expectations. I already had my own business, but I started in 94, I was intrigued. I was intrigued about the growth of health and wellness, but also more intrigued that here was an industry that would enable people to get started with little or no capital investment. And our founders, the Morn family, started that opportunity over 40 years ago. In fact, we just had our 42nd birthday. And for me back then, it was that longevity that encouraged me, that made me think, well, you know, if a company's been going this long, there must be something about them. And of course, 42 years on, that's absolutely the case now. So from between 1994, as you can see from the screen, we were founded in 93 here in the UK. So we're about a year and a bit old when I joined. Between 94 and 99, I focused on, as you guys are, building a Forever business, an independent business owner that was able to market products in my local community and sponsor people into my team, a team that then began to extend around the world. And in 99, I became the country manager for the UK, and shortly after that, Iceland, and then in 2004, Ireland. So my old established business owner business still exists today, but my role now is helping support the business owners in the 3 countries and having operational responsibility for the 3 countries, which in the UK and Ireland entails having a staff of about 60 people. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later on. And whilst we are a multi-million turnover company in the UK and Ireland, as I referenced in my message, I genuinely believe that this is still an untouched opportunity. And that short video clip was, of course, made before the COVID pandemic. My belief in our industry has been reinforced even greater during the pandemic, as I've seen how people are now much more health conscious and wanting great products to remain healthy, and also have, I guess, seriously reflected on their futures in terms of the way that they provide for their families. And so a very exciting time for our industry. The bottom of the slide shows that we're also members of the Direct Selling Association. I've sat on the board of the Direct Selling Association for 20 years now, vice chair for 10. And the objectives of our industry are to promote good practice in our industry. All of the member companies signed up to a very strict code of business conduct to make sure that we operate in the right way, support our business owners in the right way. And probably the most important thing that the association is tasked to do is to raise the profile of our industry in influential circles like government, so that government can recognise that in fact over 500,000 people are involved in our sector in the UK, which is a serious provider of incomes and of course a serious tax revenue for our government. Kuldip, if I could have the next slide, please. One of the differences between Forever and very many other people in our sector is the fact that we are what's called a vertically integrated company. Most of the products that we manufacture, we own the whole process, from the plantations in the case of the aloe vera through to the manufacturing facilities in Dallas and in Phoenix in the USA, and through to the distribution, a massive warehouse that we have in Rotterdam, and then the connection with our independent business owners. And for me, this was one of the keys in convincing me that Forever was the company to belong to. We also referenced, of course, in the little video clip there, that we have an unconditional 60-day money-back guarantee. And I think that's significant for those of you who are getting started, in the sense that it can give you confidence to share our products with the people that you know, knowing that if for some reason they don't see the benefit in the product, they have a full refund. What we know, of course, is the products do work, that people get a strong emotional attachment to the product. Less than half of 1% of our product comes back under the guarantee. Most times people are coming back saying, can I have more? And indeed, often, my friend was also like some too. So a really, really powerful business in which people get a product that they really learn to love and don't want to be without. Next slide, please, Colby. This next slide refers a little bit to the infrastructure that we have of support, and this is our beautiful office, which we are normally working from. In fact, I was in there yesterday, there were 6 of us in there. I anticipate that probably we will be back to business around September time in terms of all being back in the office, but we have been very successfully working remotely since the lockdown in March, and in fact, not only have we survived, we have thrived as a result of the massive increased interest in our business model and in our product. It's a beautiful Grade 2 listed building. It's owned by the Moore family, so it is a facility that we're really, really proud of. It's obviously the home to the vast majority of our staff. You're going to hear later on we have a small product centre in an experience centre in London as well, and we have some of our staff in a centre in Belfast, but the vast majority homed here in Longbridge Manor. And, you know, our philosophy is one of a collaborative approach between the head office team and you as our business owners. So therefore, we see these as your offices too. And that's very much the case all around the Forever world. They're very much an open door policy. And so when we're back to work normally, we would love to welcome you there. We have conference rooms set aside for your use. We also run a number of training courses regularly from there. And the grounds that we have are absolutely magnificent. Next slide, please, Colby. So we already mentioned our other locations here. London, in Fulham, we have a beautiful product centre and training facility. Again, a lot of local trainings and business opportunity meetings and support going on there. Great social area. Belfast, we have our 3 Irish team staff there that are supporting our Irish business owners, and I know there are a lot of you from Forever Ireland on the call this morning too. You're all very welcome too, and as mirrored in the UK, we're seeing significant growth both in Ireland and in the UK. So a very, very exciting time to be involved in Forever. So this is about starting your journey with us, and we've already referenced the fact that we have a blueprint that we have successfully used for over 40 years in over 150 countries to help people either get access to our amazing products. We don't sell our products through the conventional retail channel. Rex, our founder, decided 42 years ago to sell direct to the consumer, which was revolutionary back then, but of course is not as revolutionary now. And we've all seen in the Irish media and the UK media references to how difficult it has been in the retail sector, and of course made increasingly difficult by the fact that most retail outlets have only just reopened. We go direct to the consumer. The consumer benefits from the fact that when they're talking to any of us, they're talking to people who know and love and enjoy the product, and so they get the best possible customer service. And as part of this business package that we get when we become a Forever business owner, we have access to our own print web store. So any key pieces of material that you think you might need for your business, the chances are we already have them in the web store. You can personalize them and give a professional approach to your business. And of course, we also sell very many literature pieces ourselves. So you can start from day one with a packaged marketing approach. You, of course, get your own personal business coach and mentor because you've been sponsored by somebody into the business, and in turn, they will have been sponsored. So you'll have a strong line of sponsorship. And for me, this is one of the key differences between starting a business in Forever Living and starting a conventional business. You know, when I started my conventional consultancy businesses years ago, I had no mentor, I had no coach, I had to find my way. I was wearing multiple hats. where the advantage you have as a business owner, if you reach out, is there is lots and lots of people who have done exactly what you're doing before you. And therefore they've learned from that. And what I love about the opportunity in the UK and Ireland is we've got this 25-year history of success. And yet, as I travel Ireland and travel the UK and talk to people, most people are still yet to hear of us and yet to hear of our products. So an absolutely greenfield site, a great opportunity for you to get started with untapped potential, but lots and lots of expertise there. And that extends to training and personal development. And later on in this webinar, you'll hear where you can best access those. We've got lots of online printed support materials. And overall, what we set out to do is to provide a supportive community so that you can develop your business however you want to develop your business. You're never going to get a letter or message or email from us saying you need to work harder. This is your own business. When you look in the mirror in the morning, you're looking at the boss, which is very, very uplifting. And especially when you've got that support structure around you. So whether you're with us today for the first time thinking I'd love to make an extra £200, £300, £400 a month in a very, very part-time way without compromising what I do at the moment, I promise you, you can do that if you reach out and follow the basic steps of doing that. Equally, if you're with us today on the webinar thinking I'd love to develop a career income, which so many of us have done over time in Forever, then that's equally possible too. So to help you get a little feel of what's behind the scenes and the various teams, departments and what they do, I'd like you to just help me welcome Tom Green from our Business Owner Support Department. Tom, it's great to have you on the webinar this morning. I'll hand the time over to you.
Hello there, people. Thanks very much for that, Bob. Hopefully you can all hear me. And what I want to quickly just do here is just run through some of the departments here at head office to obviously provide you some support. And our first department is a very crucial one, is order fulfillment. It's ran by Victoria Payne, who's the head of this department. And this is where we would, of course, place the orders for you for products and literature as well, and discuss application form inquiries, the case credits from your orders as well, and of course any delivery queries that you may have as where is your delivery and how is your delivery looking at the moment. And this team has been doing this now for a couple of years, and they're a fantastic team providing some excellent support for you to get that sorted. Next slide, please, Cordip. And here we have Forever Business Owner Support, or FBO Support as it's called. Again, it is headed up by Victoria Payne with Amy Nicholson as the manager. And this is where we answer your queries about your bonuses, about international sponsoring into other countries. Of course, you can take this internationally as well. You don't have to focus and just be detained into the UK. We will talk through products with you as well. Any questions you've got about products as well, we go on trainings ourselves, so our knowledge is heightened as well to, of course, help you. Company policy, which is very key. It is quite tricky to really understand the company policy and put it in to terms that is understandable, and that's what our job is here to do, and help you, guide you through that company policy. Of course, our incentives, any application or payment issues as well. And on top of all these calls, where you can see we've got a number there and our email address, we also have a 24-hour WhatsApp chat service as well. So, you know, another avenues to get hold of that support that we can provide for you. We have briefly, of course, discussed our Forever product centres. We have Dan, Pete and Marcus. They work at head office at Warwick in the product centre round the back. And then down in London, we have the manager, Kyle Burrows. You may have heard of him. Tara, Jason, Yvette and Rasai. And what these guys will do, of course, welcome you into the product centres. They will have your orders ready if you have placed them beforehand, or whether it's over the phone or on the internet. And if not, they will, of course, get your orders ready for you while you are there. These two product centres have recently been refurbished, and they do look absolutely fantastic, I must say. Very relaxed environment, perfect for you guys to come and enjoy the centres, bring in a possible prospect or have a one-to-one meeting with your team or even your sponsor, and, you know, really use the facilities as best as you can. And of course as well, we do have free Wi-Fi for all of our business owners to come and enjoy. So what I'd like to do now is just pass you over to my colleague Caldip. He's going to run through some other departments.
Thank you, Tom. My name's Corlip and I work in FBO development. So I'm just going to go through a few more other departments that we have at head office. So we've got a marketing team, which is headed up by Sarah. We have our marketing manager, who is Spencer. We also have a digital marketing team that work on social media, e-marketing and our websites. We have a couple of in-house graphic designers. We have someone who looks after all our procurements, all of our literature that we need to get printed. We have checked by a content editor and then ordered and delivered to you. So if you have any queries about any marketing campaigns, in the first instance, get in touch with FBO support. But you also can get in touch with marketing if you'd like to find out more. And then our next department, we've got FBO development and events. This is headed up by Rachel. And we have our events team that look after our online events at the moment, but also our live events that we have around the country. So in these times, we've been working hard creating webinar content and any extra business tools that we think that will help support you with your business. FBO development mainly work on incentives. We look after Global Rally and Eagle Manager. And we work quite closely with the leadership team to work on ways on how we can help grow your business. We also have our team in Ireland, which is headed up by Deborah Ritchie, along with Alison and Lorraine. So they have marketing and events in Ireland. So they do pretty much the same as our department in the UK, but obviously for our Irish FBOs. We have our compliance team that's headed up by Stuart Kennedy, along with Alice and Chantal. So the compliance team is here to support you. If you have any technical questions, if you're looking to create some marketing materials, the compliance team are here to support you because it's such a minefield of starting your own business, but knowing what's right. You've got the compliance team here as guidance to show you the right way. So internally, we have our IT department that have been working hard recently on our Project Titan project. But the IT team are important to the head office team. Obviously working from home, which was a big project in itself. So the IT team really support everybody at head office. We also have our facilities team at head office, headed up by Helen. So if you are looking to come to the manor when we're out of this lockdown, get in touch with reception at frp.ltd. If you'd like to invite some of your prospects or come and visit the manor, get in touch with us. And lastly, we have our finance and logistics team, which is headed up by Claudine. We have quite a large team for this. Obviously, a lot of people get paid. Any queries that you have about VAT payments or bonuses, you can get in contact with the finance and logistics team. With logistics as well, we have a couple of guys that look after all our delivery from FD to the UK to ensuring that everybody gets their products. So now I'm going to hand back over to Tom, who can talk a bit more about getting in touch with head office.
Brilliant. Thanks very much for that, Coldip. So as you've already seen there on those clips, we have obviously direct numbers and email addresses for each department. But here at Forever, we want to provide you even more ways to give you support so you can, of course, interact and ask us here at head office. So FBO support, we've touched on that. We have our Facebook groups as well. Where you can, of course, if you're on Facebook quite a lot, drop us a message and interact with us that way. You can, of course, give us a call at any time in our business hours, Monday all the way through to Saturdays. We're open 6 days a week here at head office. Our WhatsApp chat service as well, that is a 24-hour service. So outside of our working hours, if ever you do have a query about a product or a little bit about the policy, if you do put a message in there, you will get an automated response very, very quickly. Of course, if you don't get the answer that you're looking for, you can request to speak to one of us, and in our office hours, we will, of course, interact with you that way. We also have a web chat service as well through one of the websites of Forever Knowledge. So another way of interacting with us, asking any questions or queries that you may have. And each week as well, I believe over the past couple of months now, 3 months, Bob's been doing a weekly Q&A with all business owners, whether they've been in the business 5 years or 10 years or brand new, just like yourself. So any question that you may have, please ask Bob. Bob is very knowledgeable. Of course, he's been in this now for coming up to 20 years. So moving on, and when you get started, you may have seen your welcome email, and in there you have your unique 12-digit ID number, and that ID number stays with you through your entire journey through Forever. Whether you open it up worldwide into international countries, that ID number remains the same. Within that as well, you of course get your password to our two websites, foreverliving.com and Forever Knowledge, and this is where you can place orders and get information on those, and also as well about your retail store, which you can provide to your customers. When you're growing your customer base, they can make the orders on your retail store, and of course you will see the benefit of those orders. You will see the case credits, and you'll of course be paid your bonuses and your profits from there as well. On foreverliving.com, I'm sure many of you have gone that way to sign up yourself, is the online application form. It's very quick, it's very easy, very simple. Just pop in all of your details, you pay for the box, it comes on and over to our system. There's no human interaction with this to speed up this process for you guys, so we can get your business up and running, get your products out to you as quickly as we can, and you can start having your planning meetings with your sponsor and moving forward. Okay, what I would just quickly like to do now is go through a quick video, okay, on how to log in to each website on here. So the first website that we will be looking on how to log into is our Forever Knowledge website. And this website, it's in the title really, this is where you gain a lot of knowledge about the products, about your retailing tools, about what's happening at Forever Knowledge with our events and things like that. So in the middle, you will pop in your ID number there, and then of course your password that will be on your welcome email. Click login, and you get into the website, and you do have some subheadings at the top about your business, about the products, and about events. And it's a really good tool, this is, to know what's happening, what is up and coming within Forever, especially with the events, with our weekly webinars and our trainings that we are running for free each week. And of course with our retailing as well, as you have your product adverts. So how do you advertise your business compliantly, and everything's there for you to do. We've done all the hard work for you. Moving over onto Forever Living, you go to foreverliving.com. As you see there in the top right hand corner, you click on login. You see the wonderful Longbridge Manor, it says Great Britain, so you know you're logging into the correct place. Pop in your ID number, your password again, and this is where you log in. And this is a fantastic website where you can make your orders. So you don't have to call if you don't want to. If it's late at night and we're closed, log online, place your orders. You also see about your case credits and new announcements as well that are coming up in Forever. So a really good website to understand what's happening in Forever, and so your knowledge is increasing, and you're being drawn into what's happening and feel a part of Forever as well. Okay, next slide please, Calder. Thank you very much. As we've quickly discussed about your web platforms, foreverliving.com, we also offer a subscription service with FLP 360 as well. And this is a website that has just been redeveloped, redesigned by our Smile team based in USA, and we've built this from the ground up. It's a fantastic tool where you can look at your own reporting. You have a landing page, you get another website where you can put down your information, your story, how you've come into Forever and where you're going with your business through Forever. And of course, foreverknowledge.info, they also have a subscription service as well. You don't have to, of course, sign for that, but if you do, you do get the full use of the website. You get your own landing pages as well. Again, a little bit more information about you and the product, and both of those landing pages through FLP 360 and also Forever Knowledge feeds in to your retail website. So that's really good to make your own website and pop that down on your business cards when you're, profiling your customers and expanding, hopefully, your customer base. Lovely. Okay, so how to place an order. We've seen about logging into each website and everything. So there's a couple of ways. You can give us a call here at head office, call order fulfillment or business owner support. We'll of course run through security. We do take security very seriously here at Forever. You advise them what you would like to order. We would also discuss with you what offers are running on at the moment. We go through the payment. You take a note of your order, and then your order is to you within 3 to 5 working days. Just want to show you a quick video after this slide on how to do it online. So like I said previously, if you can't get through to us on the phone, we have our online foreverliving.com service where you can do it in the comfort of your own home, or if you're on your phone, if you're out and about and you're quite busy, you would log into your website here. See the subheading there of Shop Now, and this will bring up your products. The prices that you do see here will be the 30% price. So it's already built in for you. And a lot of you are thinking, but I get a 35% discount. Do not worry. That extra 5% discount that we offer to you will be applied to your order at the end. But whatever you want to order, you can fill in the quantity, you add them to your shopping cart on the right-hand side, and you can total up and see how you're doing, add your case credits as you're going along. You can remove products if you've accidentally added one, or again, add even more quantities of a certain product. Then you would click on the checkout, double check your basket to make sure it is correct. If not, don't worry, you can always go back and add other products in there for you. You think, fantastic, I've got the products that myself and my customers wish, and then continue through the checkout service. So of course, inputting your delivery address, payment details, and so on. Forever Product Centres, we have briefly touched on this. I know I have, I know Bob has, and I want to just show you here the opening times. If you do live in and around London, we are open 6 days a week. That is Monday to Sunday, every single day, of course, from bank holidays. It is based in Fulham, right next to Parsons Green Tube Station. So I know London's very busy. You've got the hustle and bustle of London, and getting around by car is not the most favourable transport. But we do have the underground, so you can catch the underground and, of course, walk to the product centre. It's a 2-minute walk, and it's easy to get into as well. Open up till 10 p.m. on most days, where we do have trainings and business meetings around there, and Saturdays and Sundays open 5 hours each day. Here at head office as well at Warwick, we're open 6 days a week. So if you do work, of course, have a full-time job, we do close at 5 o'clock on a Wednesday when we do hold these business presentations after, of course, COVID, and we're back to normality, as one may say. We also have business evenings as well. We're open from 6 p.m. till 9:30 p.m. And Saturdays, like I said, if you do work full-time, you can't quite get to the centre because you may finish work at 5 o'clock, do not panic. We are open on a Saturday for you every single Saturday, 9 a.m. till 1 p.m. Okay, lovely. What I'd just quickly like to do now is pass you back over to Caldip, who's going to run through some of the online trainings with you.
Thank you, Tom. So yeah, I'm just going to run through a few of the online trainings that we have been organising at head office. So we've been having our weekly online BPs, the business presentations, which is hosted by our leadership team. So each week will be a different leadership member. So tonight's online BP will be with Natalie Healy, which we also had on Monday. So it is a recording tonight. Our next week's online BP, that will be on Monday at 12 o'clock and 8:30 p.m. And we also have business trainings that are held on Tuesdays and Friday. They will be at 11 o'clock. So the one that we had on Tuesday was with Amanda Hilliard, and the one we have scheduled for Friday is with Philomena. These are business trainings from our current business owners explaining what they've done in their business. They're going to give you really useful hints and tips about how they've got to their position in their marketing plan. On Thursdays, we have a product and retail webinar. This is normally all focused around the product and how you would retail the products. Another thing that I would like to say is if you do miss any of these webinars, the business trainings and the product and retail webinars, they are available on Forever Knowledge. So if you click events and webinars, you will see the pre-recording. So if you miss, say, Thursday's retail training, that will be available on Forever Knowledge the following week. This Saturday, we have a recognition party, which is exciting. So some of you who just joined the business may have moved up to supervisor, so we'll get the opportunity to recognise you this Saturday. It's really important to us that we recognise people for what they've done in their business. And the following week, we have a Forever Back to Business, which is going to be a European-wide webinar. So quite a lot of people there. I think it's going to be hosted by Peter Boots, and we will have top business owners discussing what they do with their businesses across Europe. So when we go back to a bit of normality, we also have our trainings and events in the UK. So we will go back to our success days, which we have dotted around the country. We will have product trainings that we have mainly at Longbridge Manor and in London. Before lockdown happened, we had a launch of our Forever Experience Evenings. This was a great opportunity to come and bring your prospects to try out the products, to learn a bit more about the business, but mainly get to experience the products. We also have business trainings, and when we return to a bit of normality, we will have business presentations dotted around the country. So I'm going to just show a little video about a success day. So hopefully we get one coming soon, but I'm just going to show you a little video clip and hand over to Bob.
Thank you, Calder, Tom, Sam behind the scenes answering the questions. I hope that's given you a little bit more insight into the support that's behind the scenes. I'm very conscious that there's a lot of information delivered there in a very, very short period of time. So maybe a little bit of guidance from me. You saw a couple of slides about business owner support, one in the UK and one in Ireland. When you're new in the business, it can sometimes be difficult to know where to go to, and sometimes there might be a feeling that, is this a daft question? Well, I promise you there are no daft questions. And if you're unsure where to start in terms of who would you ask the question of in head office, then business owner support is the best first place to go. So that you can get additional information. So that was business owner support UK or business owner support IRL for Ireland at flp.limited. So business owner support UK or business owner support IRL at flp.limited, so that you can reach out and get those questions answered. This webinar will be also posted on Forever Knowledge, so you get a chance to look at it again and take on board the information. And it can seem a little daunting when you first get started, but don't feel that way. If you can just relax into accepting that it's you just need to learn some things, get some knowledge, and over time build your belief. And you can do that by accessing some of the websites we've talked about and some of the content that we've talked about. But most importantly, you can do it by reaching out to your sponsor, working closely with your sponsor and their line of sponsorship, your team, because there is, as I've already referenced, a huge amount of support and experience within that group. So don't be afraid to reach out. You know, the vast majority of people who are joining Forever or have joined Forever actually in the past, very often this is their first experience of being in business for themselves. And we don't underestimate how daunting that can sometimes feel. But you know what? Just relax into it, enjoy yourself, and take those initial steps. And part of that, it has to be the starting point. It has to be around the products. You know, being successful in our industry is no different to any other. You've got to really firstly understand and believe in the product range that you're marketing. And the best way to do that is to try the products. And I can honestly say, hand on heart, after over 25 years in the business, that I would not be without some of our key products every single day. I felt great as a result of having access to them. And so therefore, when I bump into people, talk to people about our products and their health, I have no problem in just sharing my own personal experience, and that's what that's all about. Building belief then in our company is the second stage. You know, very many of you probably had never heard of us before. You were spoken to by whoever sponsored you. There may be a degree of skepticism there. We absolutely understand that. The best way of building belief in our company is to get yourself involved in our company, not just in the registration process, but you know, interact on the webinars, get involved in learning about the company through the various websites we've talked about today, so that you can build your confidence. And the same goes for our industry. Very many of you will be new to our industry. You know, you may come across some people who are skeptical about our industry. At the end of the day, all we're doing is delivering product to customers, but in a slightly different way to the retail sector. That's all we're doing. And so building confidence in our industry is also important, so that you can feel confident in sharing not just the products, but the business opportunity with others. And then the final bit of belief is just believing that you can do this. And, you know, one of the great things about things like the Success Day that Coolidge just played a little clip of, and things like getting involved in the webinars, is that you will get to hear lots of personal stories from people, very often from similar backgrounds to you, similar circumstances to you, who've built successful businesses, having access to the same products you have, the same opportunity you have, and just taking those basic steps. So start to build confidence of your ability to. Many of you, all of you, factor on the early days program, so keep track of that email journey that you're going to get with the key information, just so you can start reinforcing that. And as Coolidge says, when life gets back to normal, come and visit us. Come to one of our live events, whether it be an experience evening or the centre in Fulham or Longbridge Manor, and we would love we'd love to meet you personally. Be sure to connect with us. Again, you know, that'll help you keep up to date with developments in Forever Living, with new products that we might be bringing out, with trainings. So connect with the Forever UK Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. My own personal page we use a lot. That's the Bob Parker FLP one, for recognitions and updates. So I'm happy to have you follow on that, and you can again, of course, ask any questions you want via that as well. So as I said, no daft questions. We'd love to learn more about you and see how we can help you better. I know we've answered a number of questions during our call here. Let me just look at this Q&A box. A lot of you asking about where do you get brochures, price lists from, or Forever Knowledge has got lots and lots of free information on there, downloads on there. You just need your ID number and pass to get in there. If you've forgotten that, go to FBO support, they'll help you with that. Details of how you get paid, that's on there too. Okay, lots of great feedback from you on the questions. That's absolutely fantastic. So if you have more questions, then just mail us and we'll be happy to try and support you in the best way as we can. So that's about it from us today. Thank you to my team for helping me. You can see lots and lots of pictures of the team that are there dedicated to helping you in Longbridge Manor. We, of course, want to extend our best wishes to you, wish you every single success. And if I could drag you back in time and then have you reflect on the time we're in now, we are in, I've had it described as a golden age of Forever Living, a golden age of our industry. As we've said at the start of this webinar, you know, the circumstances that all of us, in fact, the entire world has found itself in the last 3, 4, 5 months as we've been hit by COVID, has led to very many people reflecting on, you know, their values, on what's important to them, on how the future might look. And you have taken the decision to take your future more into your own control by becoming a forever business owner, having that opportunity to get that work-life balance, and also getting that opportunity to develop a completely independent income stream for yourself that will never have a cap on it. And so therefore, you know, should circumstances, other circumstances in your life change in the future, you will be much better prepared to cope with those as a result of having that entrepreneurial spirit that you develop as you develop your forever business. So from us to you, wishing you every success, hope to see you in the very near future, and thank you all very much for being with us this morning. Bye from us all.